Hello and welcome to Monday Minute. Today I want to cover the Sub-Zero wine units. And first of all, I'm showing you here tall wine units. So on the left here you have the 30-inch wine unit. On the right you have the 18. They also come in a 24-inch, under counter in a 24-inch, or you could get the 30-inch with the wine on the top and then the two refrigerator drawers in the bottom. But I want to talk about the four enemies of wine, because I think a lot of times, when they think of wine and you talk to people, they don't understand that a Sub-Zero unit is a wine preservation system. It's made to make wine last longer so that you can put in a wine that maybe is best aged 7 years. You could put it inside your wine unit, age it for 7 years, and pull it out at the optimal time and get the perfect bottle of wine. So let's talk about the enemies of wine. The first one is temperature. Now, just like you guys are all aware, Sub-Zero keeps the temperature plus or minus a half a degree, or a 1 degree swing. So for instance, if I set this wine unit at 55 and 46, that means the lower area will actually go as low as 54 and a half and as high as 55 and a half, but that's the swing. So by keeping very consistent temperatures, we actually help preserve the tannins in the wine. Vibration's the next one. Now, a couple things that we do from a vibration standpoint that really help. One is that all of our motors and compressors and everything sit on rubber grommets. So as we start the cooling in the refrigerator, or we start doing things with the cooling it down to keep it in temperature, you don't get the vibration of the starting and stopping. The other thing is that all of our racks actually are on full glide. And what I mean by that is when I'm pulling out this wine rack, I don't get to a point where I feel a click, where it's got to go over a hump to come out further. Our wine fully extends on a single glide so that it's nice and smooth all the way in and all the way out. Again, the least amount of movement that you have in your wine bottles over time will actually help make it last longer. The next one is humidity. And this is, I always kind of tell a funny story. There's nothing quite worse than wanting to have a good bottle of wine and you go to cork it and it brittles and falls into 1,000 pieces, right? Because corks require there to be a little bit of moisture in order to keep them fresh. Well, you don't want too much moisture, but if you put it into a really, really dry cellar, or no cellar at all, you just leave it out, that cork's going to become very, very brittle, and you're going to end up decanting the wine 7 times just to get the parts of the cork out of the wine. But having the high humidity keeps the cork fresh, keeps it able to seal the wine so that, again, you're getting the optimal life of your wine. The other thing that the humidity does, because it's not too much humidity like a refrigerator would be, is that it prevents the labels from peeling off. Because, again, you don't want labels to peel off, especially if you spend a lot of money on a bottle of wine. The last thing you want is for that label to peel off. And then the last bad enemy of wine is light. And when you have light coming through a wine, number one, that's one reason why a lot of wine bottles are a darker color. But our wine refrigerators are filled with argon gas in there. That argon gas actually puts a barrier of UV light so that it can't get in and actually get into where the wine is. So we protect the wine from the light as well.